What's good, guys? It's Barca Reacts, and today we'll be talking about Barcelona's game on the weekend against Las Palmas. I honestly thought that we started the game pretty well. We forced them into hoofing the ball up the field because of high pressure. The press is actually pretty good today, and I thought that we were unlucky not to score an early goal because of how many half chances and a couple full chances that we were creating. Like Lewandowski off the bar, Raphinha when I forgot who scored it, but he really should have hit that. Went wide of the post. And Raphinha was honestly, he was determined to score. He was determined to do something today because he looked like a man possessed. His work rate was incredible. And honestly, the one goal doesn't do him justice. And let's keep talking about Raphinha because there's a lot of rumors that Barcelona are open to selling him. But I honestly think that if we are going to sell him, I wouldn't want to sell him right now because you don't see other big clubs like Man City, Bayern, Real Madrid selling their best players just because they're in a financial situation. Honestly, I would keep him for another 2 years until Lamine Yamal has that grown man body, and then I'll still cash in because like Saudi Arabia are not going to go away. I feel like PSG, Liverpool, I could see them wanting him in a couple years. And that's why I would say I would keep Raphinha. He's kind of erratic, he's chaotic, and I feel like he's definitely a guy who wins us games. Like last year's La Liga, he won us like 5 or 6 games just because of his runs and just a moment of quality, even though it looks like he isn't the best, but he's still a really good player. Moving on, I really want to talk about Yao Felix. This man is incredible when he shows up. We just need to hire somebody, hire like a mental or physiologist. I don't know what that is, but we need to hire somebody who can mentally check in on these ballers because Yao Felix is not it's not okay to the fans that we see this quality like once every 3 games. We need to see it every game or close to it because Yao Felix, when he came on, he looked really good. He was getting into the right places, getting the ball into the right places, dribbling. He was doing some good passes. He should have scored. I don't know how he missed that chance. It looked like a lazy finish, but it was a great move from Gundogan, and then I think it was Kunde. Kunde played really good today again. But I feel like Yao Felix, that ball is actually world class. That is perfect weighted time, you know what I'm saying? Weight of the pass. It was perfect. Yao Felix, I don't know if he should start against PSG, but he's making a case to do so. And then the downside. Well, to the people who were saying like Fermin is absolutely amazing, I think Fermin is a good player. I think he plays with a lot of passion. He does offer us something completely different with the runs into the box. He's willing to shoot with both feet outside and in the box. And he's like a workhorse too. He's like another version of Gavi, I would say. But in a game where once Las Palmas got the red card because of Raphinha's run, I feel like in a low block, Fermin's okay at times, but he's not the best, let's be honest, because some of the passes like to Lamine Yamal, I remember in the first half, late on, he was just like it was not getting through, and I'm like, Fermin, come on, man, you got to do better than that. And that's why I want to talk about this guy Pedri because Pedri is a really good player against low blocks. He is our creative mastermind, you could say. He's the brains in the midfield, similar to what Gundogan's doing. Pedri's got that patience against a low block. He does the right decision more often than not. Other than shooting, you could say that's probably something that he maybe lacks. But I feel like Pedri, if we had him instead of Fermin in this game, we probably would have won maybe 2 or 3 nil. Yeah, we had the chances, but I feel like we could have created more chances. Las Palmas, they've been in bad form and they weren't that good yesterday either. Um, Not only that, but we got to give a shout out to the defense. The defense, Ter Stegen, um, Inigo was solid, to be honest. All the guys, Kunde, all the guys that I mentioned, they were good because Christensen wasn't there, Araujo wasn't there, and they held their own. Kubarsi was pretty good. It wasn't incredible for like the playing out from the back, but it was decent. And when they had to do it, they did it. and they played their part. I feel like this would have been a statement game if we had better finishing, and if we just were more clinical. Simply as that. Defense played their role, and credit to them for that. Um, I'm moving on to saying, I just don't know what we're gonna do against PSG, to be honest. Because like if we're gonna play like this against PSG, we have to finish our chances. Like Yao Felix and Raphinha. Raphinha, you gotta score two today. Yao Felix, you gotta score that goal. I think Cancelo has to be sometimes a better decision maker. And I think he gets bailed out because he's just such a good player that sometimes when he does the wrong decision, he's so good that he can make a difficult pass. Um, I think Lewandowski. I feel like it wasn't his best game. Maybe he was rusty because of going into all the way to penalties for Poland to qualify for the Euros. I just feel like we gotta up our level, and we could play at this level that we played against Las Palmas, but we just gotta be more clinical, simply as that. But I don't know, the lack of defensive effort at the end of the game where the midfield wasn't running back. I don't know. I just feel like there's still a lot for this team to improve, and Xavi knows that. But back to the good side of things. Frankie De Jong, he looks like he's gonna be back for PSG. Christensen, it was discomfort, not an injury, they said. Araujo, he should be back also. Pedri, I'm not sure if Pedri's gonna be back for the first leg, but I think he should play against Cadiz. Maybe like 25 minutes and get his like muscles, back to 100%. Who else is there that's injured? I'm not sure. But basically, I think that our squad, it's basically gonna be pretty strong against PSG in the first leg, and I'm expecting a performance from these guys, especially Frank De Jong, because like we've actually been playing decent without him, but he can elevate us still. And I gotta talk about Mr. Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez has been having this team straight up ball out and win points. And the defense has been back to its best. I think we have like 5 out of our last 6 or something like that in clean sheets. The offense has been better, it still hasn't been great, but the team's overall been doing really good ever since he's announced his departure. And in the media and the rumors and the news out there's a lot of news that's saying, hey, Xavi should stay, if they're going to win the Champions League, maybe. Unlikely for a comeback in La Liga if we're looking at the points gap, which is 8 points. But to be honest, I don't know if we should keep Xavi. I'm not one of those fans that are like so reactionary. And I'm like, Xavi Hernandez, he had his time. We're going to respect him for the things he did. He came to the Barca job when nobody wanted it. But the thing is, I don't know. We got to remember about the first half of the season where it wasn't looking good. We weren't playing good, and we weren't racking up points. And like the mid-season area around January, we got beat in the Super Copa. We got to look at those things, man. I know it's looking better because we're getting players back, and now that they're playing with less pressure. But if we don't win anything, and I just feel like it's a sticky situation. I feel like we got to get this new manager right. For me personally, I think Flick should get it, but we'll see if Xavi stays, and we'll see what happens if the results keep going nicely. And lastly, that's it. My bad for waiting on this video. I was very busy, but we should be making another video soon in the next couple days. I think maybe in 1 or 2 days, the next video will be out. See y'all next time, and peace.